Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Once again, my name is Roda Deyemi. So today I'll be sharing with you my first day experience in Canada. Coming from Nigeria, I flew the Ethiopian airline, and Toronto was my point of entry. So I arrived at Toronto very early, and my connecting flight to Nova Scotia was scheduled for the evening that day. So while I was sitting um, at the place where passengers used to sit before we were called on to for boarding, so I met this elderly couple. I think they are in Canada to see their children as well, and they are also taking a connecting flight. So I heard them speak Yoruba, and I greeted them very well. Yeah, very very well. We exchanged few words, but not so friendly conversation or discussion as such. So fortunately for me, we were going to the same place, Halifax. So when I got to Halifax, initially before leaving Nigeria, I booked a pickup appointment with my university, but unfortunately, maybe because when I arrived was out of work hour, so they couldn't come to pick me up. So I tried booking Uber on my phone because I have the Uber app which I used in Nigeria. So I tried using it, but unfortunately I couldn't because I don't have a credit card. Because I did not have a credit card as at then, and it was difficult. And considering the fact that network at the airport was not even good at all, so I became very frustrated, not knowing what to do and how to go about it. So I went to claim my luggage, and while going and coming, trying to see what I could do, I just heard someone call my name, and be call me, not my name, rather like my daughter. So looking back, I saw that it was the woman. Remember, I said I met an elderly couple back in Toronto. So it was the woman that called me and asked me what was wrong, why I was going and coming, and I told her what I was going through at that moment. So she said the husband will help me to book the Uber from his phone. So he tried it, but the network was so poor. So she advised that I wait for her daughter to come and pick them. So I possibly would go with them. I waited for the daughter to come, and she came. Shout out to Auntie Ayo. God bless you wherever you are. So she came. She booked the Uber, and when the first Uber came, he saw our luggages, my own and theirs, and he said he won't be able to carry every one of us with our luggage. So the Uber driver left. So then they decided that we take two different um, Uber taxis, and so they booked for mine and they booked for theirs. And I was even thinking, because I didn't have any cash with me as at that time, so I quietly asked the woman, like, how will I make payments for this? Peradventure they will send me the account number, I will make a transfer or something like that. And the woman said, don't worry, God. What I'm talking about is about 47 point something, let's say $48. I was so amazed, I was surprised, because at that point I thank God. So, and another thing is, before I left home, I have this person that was supposed to host me. So in my mind, I was thinking we're going to be sharing the room together, so we'll pay together to share the room. But unfortunately, when I got there that night, she told me that we won't be able to share the room because the landlady didn't allow that. So, though a part of me was kind of disappointed because I didn't know that before I left home. Peradventure, if I had known, I would have, make another arrangement or something like that. So, but I summed up courage, and Very early the next morning, I knew I had to go out and start searching for accommodation because I wasn't going to be allowed to sleep there the next day. So, and when I woke up the next morning and trying to leave the house to go in search of an accommodation, the landlady even saw me and told me the same thing. So, fine, though at that point, I was so scared because I was like, I'm just coming from Nigeria. I don't know anyone in this country. I don't know where to go or anything. So the lady followed me and we were going from one place to the other. So there's this particular ad I saw on the Nigerians in Nova Scotia's group. I went to the place. We went together to the place, and fortunately enough, the lady was an is an Akwa Ibom, is from Akwa Ibom. So, and I was happy. I was thinking, wow, God, thank God, it was much more affordable compared to what we've been saying. And I was so happy thinking it's gonna work out, like, you know. But unfortunately, the lady said she had to pray and hear from the Holy Spirit that whatever the Holy Spirit says is what she would do. The lady that went with me even had our hands together and started worship song. I was trying to lead us in prayer. It was kind of funny, but the lady said not this kind of prayer, that she needs to, pray on her own and hear from the Holy Spirit, that whatever the Holy Spirit says, she will get back to us. I felt really, really disappointed because at that time, even though we pleaded, like I had nowhere to sleep, I had nowhere to go, but she insisted. Fine, so we were moving around trying to get a line, but unfortunately, they already closed. And someone just called that friend of mine if I could go to a city, Dartmouth, that there is a vacant rental there. So we went there together, and the amount that we were told initially, I wasn't ready to pay for that kind of space at that amount. So, but the lady that went with me was like, I shouldn't give that kind of reaction, and told the lady that she shouldn't worry, we are coming back. I'm so glad and happy that she did that for me, because I wonder what would have happened if I had just been outrightly, as in rejected it outrightly. Only God knows what would have happened, or only God knew what would have happened. So I, when we were going, she was like, next time you don't reject something outrightly, because you never can tell what if you had to come back there. What if later become or it later became the last option or something like that. So I apologized for that and I told her it was just out of my budget. So fine, we're still looking and walking around the whole place. So by the time we I decided to make a decision, so I checked for Airbnb. It was so expensive compared to what uh the person was even offering for the vacant room. So I decided to go back there, and at this time I was telling you it's already to 8 at night. So, and don't forget, um I don't have a SIM yet. I'm not connected to the internet. So I connected to internet just to check the map to know what bus to take to go back there on my own, because she couldn't follow me there again. It's like more than an hour drive. So if she would have to follow me, then she'll be getting back to her house like, let's say, around 11 or thereabouts. So, and I wouldn't want that for her. So I tried to connect to her internet, a Wi-Fi, and I checked the map. If I had known, I would have just written out what the bus stops and the bus to take, the number of bus, where to take it, and stuff like that. But I never had the knowledge of it at that time, so I just opened it up on my Google Map and I left the Google Map opened like that. So I get on the bus. She followed me to the bus station. I get on the bus, but along the line, I don't know what happened. I couldn't access the Google Map again, and I was lost. I didn't know where to stop, and stuff like that. So I just had to stop the bus in the middle of the road because I don't know where the bus is heading to. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know where I would be stopping. I don't know what other bus to take. So I had to stop along the road, and I was in the middle of the road, and I don't even know where to turn to, where to go. I couldn't even call the lady because I don't have a SIM yet. And I was frustrated, I was scared, I don't know if you've experienced that before. You can share in the section. So I, at a point, I was just like, I don't know if I can even get myself to a bus terminal. Maybe I will sleep there till the next morning, then continue my journey. And I was holding one of my luggages, Ghana must go bag. So at a point, I saw, at this time it was already going to past 8. So I saw a car driving towards my direction. So I tried to stop the car, and the guy in the car stopped and parked by my side. I told him what I wanted. I asked him if he knew so place that is where I'm going to, and he said yes, I should come in. So the guy took me. It was just like, it was a divine preparation right from the airport. It was a divine preparation. So he carried me, he took me to a particular place and told me where exactly am I going around there, that is this is where I said I'm going, but which house exactly was I going? That was what he asked me then, and I told him no, that name he mentioned was not where I was going, that so place is where I was going. So you didn't know that place, but I shall allow him check the map. So checking the map, he said it's just 4 minutes drive away, that I should sit back, it will take me there. And lo and behold, he drove me to the house, and he helped me with my luggage, and he was even the one that knocked at the door to tell the people that they have a visitor. And I was so happy that these people, they didn't even make the rent fee the first thing to ask for. They allowed me into the house without even paying the rent immediately. They allowed me stay in the house. They gave me dinner, and the next day they gave me breakfast. They wanted to give me lunch, but I refused it. I didn't take that because, you know, I just didn't want it to continue like that. So, but I'm always thanking God and very appreciative of them for allowing me that night because, as a matter of fact, I wasn't even holding any cash. And I don't even have a credit card or a bank account at that time. So I wonder what would have happened. So they allowed me. They waited till I was able to open an account, get my money inside my bank accounts, withdraw and make payments to them. So it was a roller coaster of emotions, the feeling of leaving your family behind is still there, and you going through that also is there, and it was just a lot. But I thank God that I was able to secure a place that day, because I wonder what would have happened to me. I don't know if you have the same experience as I did. If you do, you can share in the comment section. But trust me, it wasn't an interesting or exciting moment, but I thank God I was able to overcome it. So this is what I said I should share with you guys today. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Catch ya in the next video. Bye.